Skyhawk Talk with Coach Jason James. This week, UT Martin will go to Sanford, take on the former Ohio Valley Conference School. Coach, I was looking at your some of your cumes, and a few things stand out to me. One, Mike Leibo with 3 games under his belt, 50% from the field, 48% from three-point range. Good start for him.
I think that's a good start, and I think it's attributed to his shot selection has been a lot better. You know, his freshman and sophomore year, he kind of shot it whenever he felt like it, and we really worked on that. And his junior year, his percentages went up because he took better shots. And so far this year, I think for the most part, he's taken good shots. He had a couple stints in the Vegas game where he took some bad ones and forced some stuff. But I think for the most part, Mike has done a good job of being selective, taking great shots, and making sure he's making them.
And we talked about this on our pregame show. He's one of those players who thinks that he can score anywhere and at any time.
Yeah.
And he probably can, but there are percentages, and there's a risk-reward thing going on.
Yeah, there is. He's a high-risk, high-reward guy sometimes on offense, man. Yeah. But, again, I think part of his game is his ability to make tough shots.
Mm-hmm.
So I may be a little I may give him a little more leeway to take a tough shot because I think he can make a tough shot. Terrence Smith's the same way.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those guys, part of who those guys are, you want them to be aggressive. You want them to be on the attack. And part of that means they're going to take tough shots. And they're going to make tough shots. But they're going to miss their share of tough shots too. And for the most part as coaches, we've tried to harness that frustration. You know, I'll be honest, it's hard for me to watch Mike take a bad shot.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. It's hard for me to watch anybody take a bad shot just because at this level I know the ramifications of missing a bad shot. You know, you miss one bad shot on our end, they come down, make a 3, you're down 3.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be the possession.
And it could be a 6-point turnaround.
That could be it. That could be the possession that decides the game. So it's really hard for me to watch him take bad shots. But I also know if I continue to let him take bad shots, he going to make some of those.
Mm-hmm.
You know, an example I give is the first game, he had 27. He caught the ball in the wing. He jab stepped towards the baseline. He took one bounce with a guy almost chest to chest with him, and he shot it. It was a terrible shot, but he made it.
That's right.
So
no, it's one of those you go, oh no, nice shot.
Well, I don't even say that anymore. I just turn my back, bite my lip, and say, "Good job, let's go, let's guard." You know, because it was a terrible, terrible shot, and as mad as I wanted to get, before I could even say no, the ball's falling through the net.
Yeah.
And all I can do is just shake my head, say, oh well.
And he's shooting again 48%, or from the field he's shooting 50%, and from 3-point range 48%. So
yeah, I mean, so again, I think those bad shots have been smaller. The number's been smaller and smaller, which is a good thing. Efficiency is big for Mike.
The other thing that he is doing is 12 assists, which means he's getting about 4 per game. And, you know, a guy like him that can shoot the basketball obviously draws the defense, but he's made some good passes this season.
Who does our stats?
Is that not right?
That can't be right.
That's not. I think it is.
Can't be. Can't be right. No
I
way.
think it really is, Coach.
No way.
He had 4 the other night.
No way. Not even going to comment on that because there's no way that's right.
Okay. Another stat here.
4 assists a game, I guess, since he's been back.
Actually, you know what?
Wow.
No, yeah, he's 3 games, 12 assists. Yeah. And 11 turnovers, so he even has an assist-to-turnover ratio.
Wow, I did not know that.
That's why I underlined that, because I thought it was amazing, too.
That was a good job. That's got to be his highest total ever.
Miles Taylor, 6.7 rebounds a game. Do you wish he had more?
Yeah, there's no reason why he shouldn't get 10.
Mm-hmm.
He got 10 in the Bethel game, and that's because he got challenged at halftime. There's no reason if he stays out of foul trouble, no reason why he can't get 10. And I think if you were to ask him, he'd say the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that number's got to get up, and I think it will as the year goes on.
The other thing that you have, though, you have 5 guys averaging between 3.4 and 3.9 rebounds a game. So where a lot of teams want to spread their scoring out, the rebounds are spread apart.
We're trying to do it by committee. Mm-hmm. We know we're not as big or as tall as some of the other teams that will play. So we try to harp on everyone getting to the glass, crashing the glass, all 5 guys to the glass, and let's secure it before we get to the other end. I mean, I think D had 10 rebounds the other night.
Yeah.
And, Terrence has had a couple 6 or 7 rebound games. Marshawn had 6 in one game. I mean, we're really, really trying to do it by committee. When you're not very big in my opinion, your guards really have to help with that. And to this point, knock on wood, we have. That's got to continue to be a positive for us.
Sometimes does that work defensively if they're playing man-to-man, that the guy that's guarding you doesn't block out very – I mean, can you take advantage? I mean, you don't ever hear – you hear about, well, that guy is a little bit slower, you can beat him off the dribble, but you could also beat him to the rebound.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the one shooting, you more than anybody know where the shot's going to go. You know where it's going to miss right, miss left, be short. So the shooter should have a little more of an advantage getting to the glass. Now, a lot of guys don't follow their shots anymore, but as somebody who shoots, you should know where the ball's going to go before the defense goes. So it should give you an advantage because the ball it came off your hand, so you know where it's going to go.
Plus, you should be back in position to go get it before the defender can block you out.
You would think, and again, I think. Offensive rebounds. I think we need to do better at that. I think we're an okay offensive rebounding team. I think we can do better about getting extra opportunities on the glass, and that comes from being in the right position and going to get it when it goes up.
And that, speaking of offensive rebounds, Javier Martinez has 38 boards, half of those offensive rebounds.
Yeah, Javier's done a good job, and I even think he can get more than his 4 he's getting for his minutes. I think that he can be up around 6. To be honest with you, rebounding has a little to do with technique, man, but it's got a lot to do with want to. And if Javier would get the want to, I think he'd be a great rebounder in this league.
He is shooting 59% from the field. Again, a smart player when he's out there and engaged. I thought he was very active in the UNLV game.
Yeah, he did. He came out active. He came out ready to go. We don't count on him a lot to score except for off penetration. When somebody drives to the lane and pitches him the ball, then all he's got to do is catch it and finish it. And he's done good with that. And if he continues to do that, those percentages you see from the floor will go way up. If he can continue to catch the ball and finish it. Early we had trouble with him catching it. Now he's starting to look it in his hands and finish it. And he's also starting to get some off the glass, I think, which is good.
One player that surprised me, Marshawn Newell, not shooting very well from the field. He's at about 29%. But, Coach, I think that's going to improve. He's getting to the rim. He's just not finishing yet.
Yeah, part of Marshawn, when he gets to the rim, is instead of gathering himself and going up strong and trying to either score or draw a foul, he likes to what I call yo in the air and hang and then try to flip up something great. I think a lot of it has to come from the park, playing at the park, and being able to call your own fouls, which is something you can't do at this level. So the more he gathers,
you know how long a game would last if you could call your own fouls?
Especially with our guys. Yeah. Our guys would call every trip, and then there'd be an argument about the call. And then our guys would argue with each other about a call they made. It'd be a whole different dynamic, man. But when he learns to be on balance and shoot on balances, I think his percentage will go up.
Coach, couple games coming up this week. It's going to be good to go back to Sanford. They were in the OVC for a while, and you'll play them on Wednesday night.
Yeah, it will. It's been about 5 years since we've been back, and we're excited to go back and play them. They're a good basketball team. Hopefully we'll be ready.
And then Northern Kentucky at the Elam Center on Saturday.
Yeah, important to get back in our home gym and take care of business. I think there are 2 good games for us, 2 winnable games if we play the right way.
We'll have updates from the Sanford game on the radio Wednesday night from Birmingham, Alabama. Then Saturday, the broadcast of the men's basketball team as they take on Northern Kentucky. Come out to the Elam Center and enjoy that. Thank you, Coach, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
Coach Jason James, and don't forget Skyhawk Talk comes your way each and every Monday night, 6 o'clock from Snappy Tomato Pizza. Thanks to Frank and the gang, Coach James, Coach Kevin McMillan, and Robert back at our studios. We'll be back on the radio again Wednesday, 6:30 pregame as the women play at Alabama, the men play at Sanford, and then on the radio on Saturday with the Northern Kentucky game. I'm Chris Brinkley saying thanks for tuning in. You got the Big Orange Hotline coming up next. They'll talk Tennessee football. They wrapped up their season with a win over Kentucky this past weekend, and Tennessee hoops on the radio too in the next hour on our flagship station WCMT. So long, everybody, and thanks for listening to UT Martin Sports on the Skyhawk Sports Network.